This is the best. It is the best way to spend a week. Absolutely, hands down, period. If you like surfing, if you don't like surfing, if you want to just go to the beach, if you want to learn how to do it, there's no better place to spend it. There are no better people to spend it with. Truly do walk in here and feel immediately like family. It is so wonderful. It is so much fun. You are so well taken care of. Everything is exactly as you would want it to be or as it should be.
If you want to learn to surf, this is the place to come. The way it's broken down into skills is so valuable. The system and the nuances and the videos and the coaching is all far superior to anything I've ever experienced.
I started surfing a couple years ago. I'm always looking for new surf spots to go to and new trips to take, and Surf Simply just seemed like the absolute best place in terms of where to go to learn, the coaching, the theory, the really getting you on your feet and mastering this very difficult sport that I actually have no idea how to do on my own.
I have never touched a surfboard before coming here. My uncle, who's also here, he surfed, and so he actually found Surf Simply and kind of sent me the information and said, does this sound interesting to you? And it sounded perfect, so.
It's my third time here in Surf Simply. Why do I keep on coming back? Because I think Surf Simply is kind of an addiction. So once you start, you can never stop. The instructors are amazing, the food is amazing, everything is well taken care of, the resort. You don't want to go anywhere else in the world, you just want to come back.
I started surfing when I moved to California because there was no snow and I couldn't ski. So I took up surfing, and then I had heard about Surf Simply. This is my second time here. It was such a great experience the first time. I learned so much. I wanted to keep progressing a surfing ability.
The coaching method, it was fantastic. There's no question that my understanding of surfing, the mechanics of it, the science of it, and the actual application of it has improved enormously. I think this 1 week of surfing has probably been more valuable than all the 4 or 5 years that I've tried to do on my own in the past.
Coaching is always great, right? Having somebody look at what you're doing and help you figure out all those bad habits that you don't realize you're doing, and then seeing them on the camera and then watching the little progressions on how to fix little nuances in your surfing is just so useful, at least for me.
The coaching was pretty amazing, honestly. It was really good form and really good base level knowledge of surfing, surf safety, board control. Felt like everything really built each day in a really effective way. I think that will allow me to continue working on my own because I have all the building blocks kind of already there. I was in a group with one other person who had also never surfed, and our coach Marlon was able to really dedicate the drills to what we each needed to work on and just really slowly walk us through all the technical elements, which is what I really wanted to get out of my stay here.
My coach was Jessie. She was fabulous. She worked on my head game, which is what I needed to work on, as well as the skills that I needed to work on that I didn't know I needed to work on.
I was paired with Will one-on-one all week. He was amazing, an incredible coach, super knowledgeable, super patient, super funny, super kind, super smart. Will, thank you so much for everything.
This week I was with Tommy Ten Toes, Tommy the Lieutenant, which was quite challenging, but also very much fun. I had great fun with him.
Honestly, the best part of my trip was the very first day I got here and walking in and going through the doors and seeing this whole scene that I have been watching every week in watching the Surf Simply video every single week for the past 2 years since I booked this trip and even before. It was just truly like a dream come true.
Oh, the waves were perfect. I mean, it couldn't be any better waves. It was just small and little baby Nina waves. So perfect for building up my confidence and to get my surf stoke back, because with whole COVID, obviously, I haven't surfed for a year. So I was quite scared and intimidated of going back there. But spending the week at Surf Simply, I mean, there's no better way to get over this and go back straight into the waves.
Thursday. It seems like it all comes together after a few days, and I was more comfortable out in the water, and everything seemed to click for me.
I think yesterday we went out for an evening surf, and the waves were pretty big, and we were out back surfing unbroken waves, and it was just like a beautiful night, and so we were actually able to like catch a lot of unbroken waves in, and it was pretty exhilarating after having worked on all the individual techniques and skills to get to that point.
I think my most highlight of the week was that I could be with Tommy, especially also hearing the sad news that he's going to leave Surf Simply. So I was very fortunate to be coached by such a Surf Simply legend.
I feel like I was lucky in that I didn't get so sore that like I couldn't go back out in the water, but I think that was largely due to the fact that like the massage and the stretching were very targeted to surfing specifically, which I found really helpful.
Gabby was absolutely fantastic. Andre led amazing classes where she got us super deep into muscles that were really hurting. When I told her exactly what I needed, she really helped me work on it.
The rest of the people were amazing. I was very surprised that out of our group of 12, I think it were like 9 repeat guests and I think 3 newcomers, which is incredible, and it also just shows you, it speaks for itself with Surf Simply of how the percentage is, how many guests are coming back and they're enjoying it to come back.
Oh, I think we had a really great group. Lots of interesting people from like different parts of the country and world.
Almost everybody is a repeat customer. This is my first time. It was so cool. I was so full of surprises. My joy was super palpable. I loved meeting the other guests. I loved, hearing their stories, their backgrounds, their surf careers. It's so cool. This is the best. It is the best way to spend a week. Everything is exactly as you would want it to be or as it should be. The waves are fantastic, the boards are fantastic, the coaches are fantastic, the food is fantastic. Could not be in a more beautiful setting. This was perfect.
First, I'd say it's basically paradise. It's so beautiful and so green, and like everyone is very like kind, and it was just wonderful. I'd also say like for me it was like a surf school, which I loved. Like it wasn't just like, oh, a vacation with some surfing lessons. Like everything about the process was like very intentional. It was super fun. I felt like I was like in a classroom kind of the whole day. Even in like stretching, I was like learning things about like how to move my body in a way that was conducive to surfing. The food here was incredible. I'm vegetarian, so sometimes when you go places, the food isn't the best, or it's just a salad all the time, but like props to the kitchen. Everyone there did an amazing job, and it was like always something new and interesting. And delicious.
Every single meal was incredibly wonderful. It was so delicious. It was so well thought out. It was so perfectly planned in terms of how much we're eating and what we're eating and how it sort of fits into the day. First thing I wanted to do was just dive in. It was so delicious. Thank you to everyone that made those meals happen. They were fantastic.
I'm over the moon. I'm so stoked. I definitely have my surf stoke back, and I'm really motivated of just going back out in the surf and just continue whatever Tommy told me to do. And I can't wait the next time I'm paddling down here and I can surf with everybody.
I think the main thing for me that I learned was really how to actually turn on a wave. I've never done anything but go straight down the line before. And from day one, Will had me in the water, doing turns, doing cutbacks, making the first turn and the second turn, to readjusting my position on the wave.
This is a fabulous place. The facility's amazing. The food's great. The people are wonderful. And gosh, I wish I could stay for 2 more weeks.
Thank you to everyone, like from the coaching staff to the groundskeepers to the kitchen. Truly like a wonderful experience all around.
This was the most fantastic week I've ever spent on a vacation anywhere. It was so fantastic. Thank you to everyone, to Rue and the crew. And Will, you were amazing. Thank you so, so much.